Cindy Koutnic, and we're here in Bailey's Harbor at the Scottie Rally. It's a beautiful day in Bailey's Harbor, and we're excited to meet some of the Scottie owners and find out a little bit more about this tradition. Welcome to the Scottie Rally in Bailey's Harbor. Would you mind telling me your names?
Joe Ferris. This is my wife Karen.
Karen Ferris.
And you mentioned this is your first time at the rally?
This is our first time at the rally, yes it is. We're from Illinois actually.
And what Scotties do you have here? What are their names?
This is T and Rex. T-Rex is what their names are.
And I have to say, this is the first time I've seen a white Scottie. Didn't realize that there were white Scotties here, so that's very cool. So what made you decide to come to this for the first time?
We got our first Scottie 2.5 years ago, and then we saw it online last year, and then when we got the second one, we figured we might as well go. So.
Oh. So did you get these from a breeder, or were they rescues? Or
we got both of them were from breeders. One, he's from outside Detroit, Michigan, and then he's from bourbon country in Kentucky. So we had to drive 6.5 hours each way to get our dogs.
Yeah. It's amazing what we'll do for our baby pets, isn't it? Thanks so much for joining me at the rally today, and your name is?
Roy Matushak.
Roy, where are you from?
Edgerton, Wisconsin.
And I am assuming you have a Scottie here or two?
We have one Scottie here with us today.
And what is that Scottie's name, and how long have you had him?
His name is Milas, and we've had him about 8 years now.
Okay. Was he, did you get him from a breeder, or was he
We got him from a breeder from Sun Prairie.
And how many years have you been here to the gala?
I think this is my 8th or 9th year here.
So what keeps you coming back?
I'm a volunteer. I help to set up. Mostly it's the camaraderie, just a chance to see all the different dogs and how different their personalities all are from one another.
So if with your Scottie, would you say what's maybe the favorite personality trait that he has?
His lovableness.
Yeah, don't we all love our puppies that are lovable? Well,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me, Roy. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
It's beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Jones from Henrietta, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, so you come quite a way for this.
2-day drive.
So who have we here?
That's Indian Lucy.
Indy and Lucy. Hi, Indy. Hi, Lucy. And how long have you had them?
They're 4 years old.
Are they siblings or?
Cousins. Their mothers were sisters.
So I'm always intrigued by the cut of the Scottie. Is that something that is like the signature cut of them, or do you have, do you do it yourself, or do you have?
I don't do it myself. We have them done by a groomer there in our hometown, and it's pretty much a standard Scottie cut. I don't give them long skirts because of Oklahoma and it's so hot. So.
Yeah, very good. So how many years have you been coming to this event, or is this your first?
Fourth. Mm-hmm.
What keeps you coming back?
I love it here. I love Door County.
Here at the rally, there's many events that are happening, and one of them is this wonderful Scottie store. I haven't been through it yet, but from what I understand, everything here has a Scottie emblem or has to do with Scotties. So it'll be fun to do a little shopping today and see what they have.
City, Mary Lauber. This is our 9th rally.
This is my first rally, and I'm from Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Gloucester, Massachusetts, so you came for quite a ways.
Yes, we're not today, but we have one.
Okay, so do you know each other, or are you just meeting here today? So maybe you brought her because you've been here a few times?
Yes, I tend to bring people back with me.
So what brings you back so many times?
Just the community and seeing Scottie friends from across the country. Excellent speakers. The ultrasounds are very important.
Now, why are they doing the ultrasounds? I didn't hear about that.
Scotties have a high risk of transitional cell carcinoma, which is a bladder cancer. And so this is like an early detection for that. And a lot of the money raised here, besides for rescue, is also for research. And Purdue University is doing a research on bladder cancer. And a lot of the money from here goes towards that.
Well, that is certainly a wonderful cause. Yeah, and a great time to come and do that. So you mentioned your doggy list, but do you have your puppies here today?
Yes, Gordon.
Who are they and what are their names?
Gordon and Gillis, and they're right outside there. Gordon is our 7th Scottie.
7 Scotties. So you have a long history of owning Scotties.
Same thing. I've had 7 as well.
So what brings you back to, I mean, I have a Bedlington Terrier, love her to death, but what keeps you having that kind of a breed over and over?
Once you own a Scottie, you'll never own anything else, and probably the same for yourself. But it's their attitude. They're smart. They're loyal. They're just a great companion dog.
They certainly seem to be, and I do have friends that have Scotties, and they say the same thing. So I'm going to have to believe that is so true.
Pots.
And Marilyn, I see that you're from Bailey's Harbor and you're a board member. How long have you been on the board?
About 5 years, I think.
And I'm assuming you have a Scottie?
Do. He's right outside the door. His name's Corky.
Corky, very good, very good. Rescue. So I know that this event is raising money for the Rescue Society and for health and safety of the Scottish Terriers. So where did you and how did you get your Scottie Terrier from rescue then? Where was he found?
Actually, he was a surrender. The owner couldn't take care of them anymore, didn't want the dogs, and so he was picked up and brought here. And I had just lost one of my guys, so.
So he's not your first. You've had other Scotties?
It's my 3rd Scottie.
You know, I've been hearing that over and over, that people that have Scotties, boy, that's the breed they just keep going back to.
Breed loyal. They're special little guys.
And again, what makes your dog so special to you?
He is the most gentle one we've had. They're usually a little bit feisty and have a little bit of an edge to them, and he is the sweetest little boy. It's like he is.
So here we have Corky. This is Marilyn's puppy, and she's the one who mentioned he was a rescue. Hi, Corky. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. She said he's very gentle and very sweet, and we can certainly see that. He is a wonderful puppy. Hi, we're with some ladies here from, looks like Illinois and from Missouri, and they're gonna tell us about the event they've got here.
Okay, we do sponsorship for the parade, and we ask people to donate in memory of their current or Rainbow Bridge Scotties, and we raise, and the money that we raise goes to the rally.
Very good.
So this is like our 3rd or 4th year doing this, and each year we try to tie in with the theme. So this year's theme is Smooches for Pooches.
That's really cute. So I thought maybe you were having people pay $1 to get a smooch from a puppy or something.
That's a good idea. Yeah, we could do that. Well,
I'm from Illinois, Carlinville.
And your name?
Robin Phones.
Now I see that you have a plaid on top of your that indicates your first timer, I believe.
Exactly right. Yeah.
So how did you decide to come here today?
Well, I'm associated with the St. Louis Rescue Group, and they talk about it every year. So I thought, gee, we need to try. We need to.
Do you have a dog? Do you have a Scottie?
We have one Scottie boy. He's gonna be 10. He's marching in the parade with a skirt on.
Good, very good. Well, we'll be excited to see him in there. Yeah. And this one is so quiet and so sweet.
She is another rescue girl. She belongs to Cindy, and she is so calm and so sweet.
She sure looks like it. She is just precious. And I was saying, this is the first time I've ever seen white Scotties. I've never seen
Well,
white
they're
Scotties.
actually Wheaton. A lot of people say white, but they're not truly white.
Kind of a creamy, kind of a creamy
There are
white.
different colors for Scotties, blacks, brindles, Wheaton. So you have a lot of variety, a lot more than people realize.
I'm here with Tom Bronski. Tom and his wife Michelle started, I believe, the whole Scottie thing up here. So tell us about that.
Our first year, we had one bagpiper, a volunteer, and we had 9 people and about 10 dogs.
Well, that was a good
the
start.
last time we had this kind of weather.
Oh, yeah, this weather is phenomenal, so we're very blessed to have this great weather today. So I know Michelle, and you guys have 1 or 2 Scotties?
We have 3 Scotties of our own.
Scotties, okay.
Yeah, and one of them is 1 year old, and his litter mate is also in our house with the friends.
Yeah.
So we have had to, with the puppies, we've had to put fences around everything. And when I moved up here from Southern California, I never knew I'd be living in a gated community.
Yes, I suppose, but got to keep those puppies safe and keep your stuff safe.
Well, yeah, and our furniture too.
Yeah, that's
They're built in
wonderful.
paper shredders.
Yeah, I bet. So what would you say, you know, you and Michelle have 3 of these wonderful puppies. What what keeps you wanting the Scotties and staying with that Scottie breed?
We're just dedicated. Our first Scottie, Shayna, died the year of the first rally, and it's because of that we've been doing what we do.
Sure.
And we've contributed over $160,000 to rescue and research.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. We were chatting with someone earlier who was telling us about the ultrasound for the Scotties
They're
because
volunteers.
they
yeah.
are.
And they rotate each year with the Fox Valley Animal Referral Center. So they love coming up here to do this.
Oh, I
so
bet.
all of the income that comes from that comes back to us.
That's
And,
so wonderful. And what a great thing to do to protect a breed that you love. And I love the rescues. I've chatted many with people that have rescue puppies, so we love that. Find great homes for these puppies.
We also fund basic research that's being done at Purdue. Scottish Terrier Rescue National, we support them and the research as well. And the National Institute of Health, we also donate to them. And they come here for blood samples as well for the research.
I suppose.
So we've been giving blood samples now for quite a few years.
Wonderful. And that all just helps for all that research and keeping the Scotties
Well,
healthy.
it's Scotties, but it rubs off because the basic research they're doing is genetic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And
yes.
guess what? Down the line, it comes to all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. Well, Tom, thanks so much for, again, putting on this great event with all your volunteers and your board. You've got a great day for it. I'm sure you're going to raise a lot of money and help a lot of puppies along
we
the
hope
way.
so. Did somebody tell you that we have 15 states here and Australia?
Wow, I did speak to someone that was from Maine, and I thought that was pretty far.
Well,
Yeah.
we've had South Africa here 2 years. This is the third year we've had Australia. These people have not been here before.
Interesting.
We've had Canada. So it's become an international
It's an
event.
international thing in Little Door County, Wisconsin. That's wonderful. Again, thanks so much, Tom. You have a great day and good
Thank
luck
you,
with
you
your
too.
success. Thanks. So can you tell me what you're doing here at this booth?
Well, this is a multi-station booth. Right now we're registering for ultrasound. So Scottish Terriers are predisposed to bladder cancer. And so as a discounted service, we're actually screening for preliminary tumors within the bladder, but also we're taking a look at the liver and the kidneys too, just to look for any potential abnormalities. We're also microchipping. So for those who haven't been microchipped yet, obviously it's the best way of relocating your pet if they happen to escape or run away. And then
like to do.
Exactly. And then thirdly, we're actually also volunteering for the National Institute for Health. So the NIH is actually doing a genomic study where they are actually sequencing the genes of Scottish Terriers because they are predisposed to bladder cancer in order to do research for human bladder cancer research. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't even ask you, where are you from? What are your names and where are you from?
We're from Lakeshore Veterinary Specialists. We have 3 locations in Milwaukee. We're an emergency and specialty clinic. So we provide emergency services, but also specialty services like internal medicine, dermatology, oncology, so a lot of different things.
So you are here today, are volunteering to do this today?
Yeah.
So what a great opportunity for the people who are here with their dogs to have these services
Yes.
Absolutely.
and to find out what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So discounted services and all the proceeds obviously go to a very worthy cause. Yeah.
And I guess we're going to be lucky enough to maybe see an ultrasound or see the ultrasound room. Is that it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's grassroots, but it does what it needs to do.
Dr. Bile, could you tell us about the ultrasound and what's actually going to happen today?
So we're basically we're going to have Gus lay down here. We'll just take a look at some of his major organs. We're really just doing a screening ultrasound here, trying to make sure that there's no abnormalities. Scottish Terriers have a tendency to develop bladder cancers, so that's a big part of what we're doing is just scanning the bladder to make sure that there's nothing we need to be worrying about.
Now, when you do the scan, and obviously if you see something that you're not, concerned with, what would be the next step for the Scottie owner?
Since we're just doing this as kind of a scanning ultrasound, a screening, the next step would be that we would give them a recommendation to go back to their regular veterinarian, talk about the findings, and then from that point move forward with whatever is needed.
Very good. All right. Good.
So this is the urinary bladder right here. This is one area we're definitely worried about in the Scottish Terrier. The dark area is the urine, and then we have the wall of the urinary bladder. If there was going to be any issue, we would usually start to see some irregularity around this area of the bladder, which is called the trigone, and in this case we do not have any of that. It's nice and smooth and regular. That's what we're hoping to see. You can see the prostate kind of right below there, which looks very normal as well. Very good. Stomach's full of some air and some fluid, so just excited having eaten this morning. That was normal. This is the liver. Also a normal appearing liver. Just going to scan through the whole thing. This darker area here is the gallbladder. Black is what you expect to see because it's very liquidy. That's what it appears like. It's a normal size, normal shape, normal appearance to the bottle and the gallbladder. Normal gallbladder as well.
So, Sue, where are you from?
I'm from a little town called Kingston, about an hour north of Madison.
And have you been to the rally before?
About 12 years.
So, like 12 times you've been here?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So you are definitely a rally fan.
I am a rally fan.
And how old is Gus?
Gus is 3.
Gus is 3. Is he your first? Obviously not.
He's my third.
Third, okay.
He's my third. He's the smallest one. He's about a 20-pound dog. Most of my dogs have been about 30 pounds.
Now, why, if it's a standard Scottie, why would there be such a weight difference in different?
Depends on the breeder.
Okay.
And it depends on who they're bred to, of course.
Of course, okay.
The breeder that I got him from is an internationally known woman, Janet Bartholomew, and she breeds for the set of the head. That's what she's been working on for 50 years.
Now, when you say set of the head, what does that mean?
That means that when he sits in his head and he's got his head up, it looks like the traditional Scottish Terrier profile.
Yeah, because some of the dogs I've seen have a little bit longer snout,
Mm-hmm.
some a little shorter, some a little bit bigger ears.
Parks, and my 4-H group from Horse and Pony decided to volunteer.
So the group is here to help coordinate wherever you need to be. Are you making any money on this, or just here to volunteer your services?
They're giving us a small donation for being here and helping.
For your 4-H group then, wonderful, very good. And have you done this before? Is this your first one?
This is our first year.
We're in downtown Bailey's Harbor awaiting the exciting Scottie Parade. Any minute now, our Scotties will come down the street, all dressed with their masters, led by Bagpipe Band, I believe from Milwaukee.
Yes.
Have you been to the parade before?
No, this is our first time. Our first time. The kids are very excited.
Hi guys, is this your first time to see? We were told by the board member that this parade originally started with one bagpipe and just about 3 or 4 Scotties. It's grown, as you can see. Again, part of the funds that are raised today during the event will go for Scottie Dog research and health issues, and also for the Scottie Dog Rescue Program. Several of the dogs we saw earlier today were rescues, and it's great to see they have new homes. So here we are at the annual Door County Scottie Rally, held the third Saturday in May. Welcome to the Bagpipers. And now for the most important part of the parade, our Scotties, with their owners and their Scottish attire. And I see a very big Scottie in the parade. And there's what we saw earlier today, the little float for smooches for pooches. Instead of a poodle skirt, that Scottie has a Scottie skirt. As we recall from our earlier interviews, the Scottie Rally has been going on for 16 years here in Door County, and it has gone from a local event to national to actually international, with dogs coming from as far as Australia and Great Britain. I'm not sure who's prouder today, the Scotties to walk into the parade or their owners, who are all got big smiles on their faces. So happy to share their beautiful dogs with us today. Oh, I think we have a Scottie wannabe in here. And there's Michelle Geiger-Bronsky, again, one of the board members that arranges this event every year. Hey, Michelle. Oh, this little guy's got a great collar. Very festive for today's event. Oh, and we've got one Scottie who's a little bit shy. He has to be in his stroller, it looks like. Not as good a walker. I was surprised to find today that the Scotties are not only black and brindle, but are of that cream color or white, another of the lovely colors of the Scotties. Oh, here we have a little butterfly. And here we have a bagpiper Scottie in the full bagpiper uniform, stopping for a few pictures. Oh, Dad's going to adjust his coat so he looks his best. I'm not sure how many Scottie dogs are actually here this year. It would be fun to find out. But certainly there's well over 100, I would guess. The Scotties we see right there, one of those little Scotties of the three is Gus, who we saw get his ultrasound this morning. All of our Scotties are very well behaved for the parade today. Anxious to see the crowd. We've got a good crowd gathered here for the parade. It was a little slow to start with, but now we've got a great crowd on both sides of the street to enjoy the parade. Here in the blue T-shirts, we have our veterinarian and the people that were so kind to us this morning to show us from the Milwaukee Veterinary Hospital doing the ultrasounds and the blood testing for this morning. And bringing up the rear of the parade are all of the volunteers, I believe, and people on the board, people who have brought their Scotties here to enjoy for us today. So we want to thank everybody for coming to Bailey's Harbor, Wisconsin to enjoy the Door County Scottie Rally. We hope you've had a great day and enjoy our beautiful parade. From Door County, Wisconsin and Bailey's Harbor, this is Cindy Koutnic reporting for Sebastopol News.